Hello, welcome back to another episode of Sunstriders Phase 3. This is our weekly SWRPG Star Wars role-playing game actual play. You'll notice, if you're a returning viewer, Noah is not yet here with us. He's going to be a little bit late today. So everybody's out of place in their cameras. So today, Dom will be playing Noel. Chris looks like he'll be playing Samson. And Garrett will be playing Jeff for now. And then the Discord music bot holder will be playing Shib. So, not really. But let's go ahead and get this thing right underway. We're rapidly approaching, perhaps, a climactic action. So, we can't delay too much longer. But our session question for today to get our destiny points in, relatively simple. What's the best compliment you've ever received? A little self-searching. Hey, go ahead. Right off bat.
The best compliment Shibcath has ever received is the most recent compliment she's ever received. Shib is a slave to validation, I would say. So anytime she gets praise, anytime she does something well and someone recognizes it, anything like that, she's on top of the world. And that's not a meme answer. That's real. She rides the high until the next compliment comes around.
I like it. What an interesting answer. Thank you. Go ahead and roll your destiny points. That's a great answer. Right when I think I might get some throwaways to just log in the box, man.
Give me the 2 dark side.
I knew you were going to pick that. How did I know you were going to pick that? You're my goat.
Do you need to reset those?
No, I already flipped them. It looks like the update on the site is maybe being a little funky. I'm gonna refresh.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, they're dark side for me.
Okay.
I think for Noel, the best compliment he would have received would have been early on in his functioning. Probably like the first time that Dr. Vesh asked him to, like, what would you call it? I guess autopsy's not really the right word, but like to like learning his like medical like programming. And Dr. Vesh said that his assessment was adequate.
Ooh. Adequate. That's an E. Yeah, there we go. Very good. Very good. Very good. Go ahead and roll your destiny points, Garrett.
Mm-hmm. 1 dark.
Very nice. And Samson, last but not least for now.
Definitely Azermo telling him he was strong after he got him out. It's like, oh yeah, this guy beats it.
Samson. This has interesting. Never mind.
Recognition of strength. Go ahead, Chris, from Azermo after his freeing.
The implications of that, with what we've learned since the beginning, very interesting.
Indeed. And I'll put a little Jeff one here. I'll ambush him as soon as he connects to the call.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. So, last that we left off, we were split. Shib and Jeff were continuing their path to the ancient forge, while Noel and Noel and Samson were in the Fulgurate, locked into the Fulgurate with the other representatives of the 13 seated members of the Convocation of the Force as they prepare for casting their votes on who will be the chairperson, the leader of the convocation, for the next cycle, for the next 2 standard years. Things are not going well. And the Fulgurate agree or disagree.
Hard agree.
So things are not
So
going smoothly. Whether that's by design or just how democracy might work, who's to say? And on the other hand, I would say that the visit to the Forge is probably going a lot more well. Shib, holding on to a little bit of, I want to say guilt, but I don't think that is necessarily entirely correct. But Shib holding on to a little bit of caution, even, about wanting to do things the right way, about feeling like she's cheating herself by asking for a lightsaber here. So, Shib, by the Forge Master, a massive, overgrown Gree that can speak Basic, by the way, sort of Eldritch horror-y, told him that she would leave empty-handed. Jeff, meanwhile, asking for a path to freedom, was told by the Forge Master to take on the chains of Malachor. Jeff bristled pretty hardly against that originally, but a little bit of explanation maybe didn't even soothe his mind, but at least bought him into the idea. So, Jeff leaves with the chains of Malachor, the very same style of chains that he knows that the chained Rathtar, the large man in the wilderness below the shrine that you guys had run into on your expedition to the crashed ship, still wears. Perhaps, maybe not a Matukai specific, but certainly something that seems to be in their retinue. And I believe... Oh, Samson, did you roll your destiny points?
Oh, no, I did not.
Yeah, go ahead and do that for me. I was looking, I was like, 3? That seems really low. Holy moly.
Give me that.
There's a hero. Okay.
I start floating.
Yeah. So I think we can pick up pretty much right where we left off. And let me turn my fan off real quick because it's freezing in my room.
It got cold, dude.
Dude, if I'd be in the 30s.
Jeez.
I think I was trying to find my slippers too. I don't know where they went.
I got my little Walmart heater going. It's like a little fucking, it's like size of your hand. Pushes out just a little bit of heat. Put it right underneath the chair. Dude, in the rent house, when I was renting at Thibodeau, and the wind would fucking blow because it was raised floors. It was like you would feel it like penetrate.
Had to put on the Empire hoodie real quick.
Hell yeah. Drip or drown, baby.
Drip or drown. Also, fun fact for you guys and the viewers at home: Maddie's least favorite Star Wars movie. Can you imagine that?
No.
What?
Can you imagine? Empire, 11 out of 11. Imagine my surprise. I said, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. She says, I don't like movies where they just run errands the whole time. I was like, fair enough.
The fish quiz.
Yeah, just running around. And funny enough, I think all the middle ones do the rank lower than the other ones in the trilogies.
That's funny. Wait, Attack of the Clones?
Yeah,
There's
man.
no way. There's no way.
She likes the first part. Actually, Attack of the Clones does get a bump because Padme's hot and is a real character for that movie. Doesn't like Revenge of the Sith as much because Padme's pregnant and a bitch. And not a bitch as in being like a pain in the ass, but she just doesn't really get to be a character because she's pregnant. Things just kind of happen to her. I was like,
waiting in the apartment.
I said, fair enough. I said, you're right. I said, but lightsaber duel. Anyways, I digress. All right. Well, because I've got this music going, and because I still have faith that Noah will arrive. Oh, my dang Discord's doing that dumb stuff again. Okay, I gotta leave the cams up. That's what I get for not turning on my computer for 2 weeks. Anyways, or a week. Been painting, man. We'll start back in the Fulgurate. So, Noel Sampson. A brief recess was called after more arguing and more importantly, Omnicte Irtwai seeing maybe something with his unique sight into time and maybe the Force itself. Called for Sampson to be excommunicado effectively from the voting process, called for Sampson to be disallowed from partaking in the vote and also being voted for, which of course was not exactly shouted down, but Kazuki did mention that that is certainly not possible and does not exist in the bylaws that they have for things like this, which he was quick to remind everybody of, as his patience apparently seems to continually come up right to the edge of running dry. So, with that in mind, I'm going to open the floor to you two real quick. Is there any information or crosstalk that you would like to engage in while this little recess is going on?
I mean, if I remember right, when I stated about Lorne's death, Lena T and Narek shared a glance, but I don't think I saw it. I think it was just Sampson that saw it.
Yes, and of course, if you would like to collaborate your own information or corroborate your own information, I would say you guys can certainly do a quick huddle.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if I remember, the vote count last was, what was it, 7 Sampson, 7 Kazuki, and then 1 Votary, 1...
Final resting call right now is 8 to Kazuki, 4 to Sampson, 1 to Noel.
Okay.
The Votary representatives decided that you were quite honorable and would keep their vote for you, even though you changed yours away from theirs. I said, way to stand on business. The great KX would like this greatly.
But yeah, I'll go over to Sampson.
So, have you talked to anyone that is trying to vote for me? Is voting for me?
Not quite yet. I do think I have an idea as to try to find out why. I mean, people are upset with how Kaziki is, uh, how he is
Handling
working
the
against.
sovereignty.
Exactly, but it could be beneficial to see why exactly they would want you rather than themselves. Yes, I mean, I'm still not too sure. I mean, I just can't fathom why Azermode would want you to be the chairman. Would that be to keep you here, planet-side? Or could, Irotois said something about the hand and the wrist. Maybe we should talk to them. I mean, they're not going to give a straight answer, but might give us something.
So we should go talk to Irotois? Maybe because there's two of us and two heads, it would be easier if we can both take one.
All right, do you want past or future?
The one that lies.
One of us tells the truth and one of us only lies.
All right, well, let's try it.
And
real quick,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, above table, Narax is leader of the Matukai,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Lena T
Is the Falanasi.
Falanasi. Okay, let me mark that.
Which you guys have a little bit on, but we haven't interacted much with them, if really at all. I think maybe actually Jeff through Flola gained some information on them early on, but we haven't run into them too much. But yes, Omnictate Irotois still seated on his mat, his long Troig body, his long necks, spindly. He certainly is not a small individual, but most of his stature is taken up by the length of his necks. His limbs are spindly, and he has not ornate, but he has quite a mini layer of robes on, like 4 or 5 that are all visible. His long beard off of both heads, of course, braided together in the middle, and it kind of really travels all the way down his neck. So his beard is quite long, but all 4 eyes are closed as you guys approach, and they seem to have did accept some tea. They have 2 little saucers still steaming, sitting by them on the floor. As you guys approach, both of their inside eyes open, but their outside ones stay closed.
Hello.
Greetings.
We were curious why they won't just vote for Kazuki and get this over with.
A curious question indeed. Their voices both laid over each other as they speak as one. Both eyes on Irotois' face open, and the eye on Omluk's head closes, and only one voice comes out. An ominous portent. A shadow lingers. These things are connected, I think.
To what end could it be? I mean,
A great question, deserving of a great answer. It is unclear to me. His eyes close and Omnics open. Our guardians, many as they are, and from many orders that they claim home, have not seen, I would not call them interlopers, but have not seen a concerted effort like this in our years aboard the shrine. It is odd. All four eyes, both on both heads, open. It does not help that the esteemed isodecahedron, the powers that he or this Fulgurate, of that we are unsure either, possess, contain our senses to this building while this field is up.
and this goes for even through the Force?
Indeed. It is not something you would immediately notice, we think. But if you do so now, and reach out through however you might, you will find just the 14 of us. And there is enough power in this room to cover the lack of expanse, if you were not looking closely. And, of course, Samson and Noel. Noel might be a little bit harder for you, but Samson, if you did, on that receiving of knowledge, want to reach out, you would discover that that is true. Trying to push your feelings beyond the walls of the Fulgurate proves maybe not impossible, but certainly not something that you can get done right at this moment.
Locked in. Yeah, I got about what I figured I'd get, which is like ran in a circle.
Yes, but I do want a check from you here. Samson, and I think it deserves to probably be a cunning-based check.
How cunning?
And I think, well, you know what? Actually, let's go ahead and go vigilance. Go ahead and give me a vigilance check here. And I'm going to say it is a hard check. So 3 purples. And if you would like Noel to assist, this is going to be effectively going to be a putting pieces together check.
I do have 2 yellows in vigilance.
It's an assist.
So if he has 2 yellows, yeah, you can group check it. So you'll have 2 yellows, 2 greens. Also, Dom is faded into the blackness. 3 successes, 1 advantage. So as this new information gets revealed to you, and you're trying to conceptualize all of this, with 3 successes, you get you make a good bit of headway. The first thing that comes to mind is that Azramode would have known about this somehow.
Sure, one of these members could let it slip.
So, and that's just with 1 success. Your mind
Maybe even the one
does
that
immediately
died.
go there. That not only would you be physically in here until a decision was reached, but that you would be deaf and blind to the rest of the shrine as well. With your other 2 successes, it doesn't seem like that far of a stretch of the imagination that the people voting for you might not really be voting for you.
Stalling.
They may just be correct. They may just be stalling and dissenting just for time. And on top of that, 3rd success advantage, if you'd like, you 2 haven't ever been in here. And while it does seem that Kazuki, who has been on the shrine for some time and probably has suffered through a few of these, he doesn't seem like it is maybe unexpected, but it does seem that it is even just on his emotions, just on his reactions to things. It does seem like this session has been more taxing than perhaps it normally has been in the past.
Hmm. So, I don't know, unless we can convince 4 people to get us out of here, who were probably offered something by Azramode with the idea that I wouldn't be. I don't know, what do we get information, or do we wait it out and just hope that he doesn't murder our friends?
Well, I mean,
What can we bargain with? Hey, please stop, because please, he's bad. They're like, heh, he's a Sith. We know. What do you
that is the
think?
thing. I mean, whenever we first started, we were kind of trying to keep some of the cards close to our chest. Maybe we should, tell everyone what we know about Azramode, and what he may have told them could be false. Because, I mean, I find a hard time believing that any order representative would be working against themselves, or at least the convocation as a whole. I mean, possible, but unlikely. I mean, perhaps we just put all the cards down and see what they say.
So, which one would you like to talk to first?
Well,
The Matukai look inviting.
kind of. I am kind of curious about this Falanasi.
Then we can go talk to the Falanasu. Samson has a slight, that Noah would be curious about the Falanasu, out of all these 4.
I mean, of the 4, it was Matukai, Falanasi, Ninth Door.
Yeah,
And-
Brotherhood, Falanasi, Matukai, Shapers, Sorcerers.
Shapers. Okay.
Now, this is important as well. I don't know if I mentioned this. That was on the original vote cast. Now, once again, it does have to be unanimous. So, knowing that, they did eventually, within whether the pressure of the time limit or whatever, they did eventually fall into the majority. But their original feelings were against it. Whether they were just not able to successfully make their case, or whatever allegiances or reasonings that they had were not strong enough to sway anybody else, is still relatively unknown for you guys. Because really the only information you grabbed was from Zorv with the Brotherhood, and it seemed that his vote may just have been petty disagreements.
Spite.
Spite, yeah.
It could be a similar thing with the Falanasi. I mean, they detest all authority. I mean, maybe it was simply a protest instead of malice, but that glance you told me about makes me think otherwise. But between the two of them, I think Lena T would be the one more likely to talk to us.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Well, she's not hard to find. 8.5 feet tall. Slender. Still sort of new, I would say new age Kaminoan dress. So she kind of has that more rigid sort of chest piece on with a higher collar on it. But she does have some flowy bits attached to it. But she seems to be just coming back from, or returning to her mat from the little refreshment bar, if you will.
Greetings, Representative T.
Greetings.
We just would like to take this bit of a break and just clear some air, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, of course. I have no issue with that.
Well, I was simply curious as to why, of course, there's the talk of Kaziki's handling of the sovereignty being less than adequate, but I myself was curious why you would choose Samson here as the new head, being that he is new, untested to the convocation.
Well,
Then that you did not know me.
no, well, simply not knowing someone doesn't seem to be a real factor. How many of these other representatives would you say that you truly know?
A fair point. Maybe just looks at Samson.
No enough.
7%?
A precise percentage. Well, I have no qualms with sharing my personal truth on these matters. And she does, and that's very flowy, like long movement kind of way that the Kaminoans have. Does continue her path, sort of inviting you guys along with her to one of the larger windows that normally would have a view out over the back end, north side of the shrine into this large valley. But now is, of course, just sort of opaque blue. You can kind of see shapes out of it, but not really anything specific. I think it is important to know that I have been more or less forced into this position regardless. The Falanasi, while we agree that the convocation is an important undertaking, realize that we have to take it in stride with our core beliefs. Authority is not one of our strong suits, and playing into it is distasteful at best. But to maintain a relationship with this convocation, it is something that I must do. So, with that in mind, our home planet, that of the Falanasi, I mean, Lukaszek, the planet, is currently under sovereignty control. And it's well within the heart of sovereignty space, in the northern rim of the galaxy. Ever since the Galactic Empire was at its height, our ancestors have been on the run, more or less, and it is important to us now that we have a home, and this is a fine one. But our order's history is still under lock and key, and it is well guarded. While Samson, for reasons that are apparent enough, may not be a good option, it is an option that others have chosen, and others that support action against the sovereignty.
So this is a flow vote. This isn't the primary reason. We need to talk to someone else.
No, and I could certainly care less about who claims to have authority over all of these individuals.
There is one question I would have. Of these others who speak of action, there's one that we doubt their possible intentions. Have you ever met a person by the name of Azermode?
No, I've only heard his name in the passing.
He is a Gendai. You would recognize him if you'd seen him.
Yes, I believe he arrived with young Samson, did he not?
He did. But we are concerned with him causing others to foolish action in order to accomplish some grand design of his own. So if you know anyone that might have had like a talk with him, they could be fooled and unknowingly.
What is his grand design?
We don't quite know as of yet, but we are assured that it would be the detriment to all except him, perhaps.
He wants to get to the Iron Palace at Empress Teta.
I love whenever you guys say keywords for me. Let's go here. And this is mythological. So let's go. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I think, yeah, this is fine. One success, 2 threats. Oh, wow. Hey, if you hover over your dice now, it gives you the option to re-roll individual dice, upgrade, boost, and edit your dice pool in your roll category. Do you guys see that?
In your roll category.
Yeah, if you hover over your dice pool, like on the table, like after you roll it, it'll pop up, show up.
Oh, reroll, upgrade, boost.
Because I know some of like in like the gambler tree, they have talents that let you re-roll individual dice. So that's pretty cool.
Dang.
Hey man, RPG sessions, man. If you're not using it, check it out. It's pretty sweet.
It's so sick.
Watched it grow, man.
Yeah, no kidding. We really got in on the ground floor. God, I love it. I'm glad we found it, man.
Oops. My bad.
Hey man, get that out of here. I got it. Okay, so one success.
I see it now.
Yeah, 1 success, 2 threats. So you say the Iron Palace and you say Empress Teta. And Lena T's eyes kind of squint at you. Empress Teta. You mean Sinagar? In the deep core?
I guess.
No, the very same.
Well, and Samson, I think it has been mentioned. I think Sam's modern day capital city is Sinagar, and that's what the planet goes by as well. Hasn't been known as Empress Teta in 5,000 years since the Keldroma epics, effectively, and because it's in the deep core, and for a lot of recent history, that's been not possible to get there for a myriad reason. It has faded into a sort of mythological standpoint. But now that it has been reopened, it has rejoined the collective galactic conscious. But it is, to most people, I would say to probably 98% of people, Sinagar and Empress Teta may as well be completely different things. It's like, yeah, man, I know about El Dorado. It's in Arizona. So, as you mentioned that, say yes. See, well, I'm not sure what he hopes to find. Many archaeologists, many explorers of ancient myth have gone searching for this Iron Palace and have come away with nothing. Even if it does exist, planets change in major ways in even just 100 years. 5,000 years is almost incomprehensible. But what does he hope to find at the Iron Palace?
Some kind of weapon. Something he can use to win. Whatever it was like the ultimate goal.
Possibly a bit of revenge as well.
Ah, so his goal is warmongering then.
A safe assumption.
Well, like, if he has gotten a hold of a few of the other representatives that have cast their vote for you, it would not surprise me. The Shapers and the Matukai both are well known for their desire, their taste for combat. The Matukai share a similar story to ours as well. Their, not necessarily home world, but many of their temple worlds are within sovereignty space still, and many of their disciples have suffered at the hands of the sovereign. Would it be such a bad thing for Azermode to lead a war on this sovereignty? On its face value, I would have a hard time disagreeing with him.
So I just think that it isn't the convocation's job to raise the war, because then it becomes kind of a center for it, and then eventually a war takes us away. To have longevity is to stay away from the war times. And, I mean, sending out Azermode as a mercenary, he's just going to find more war. Maybe he brings it back.
You make a fine point. And as tremendous as this world is, Anytone is, by all means, tremendous.
It's all right.
I would trade it to return to Lukaszek.
Presumably the Matukai as well.
Of that I am less sure. Their rigidity in their ranks chafes greatly with me. But this Azermode, is he of the White Current or of the Dark Tide?
The Dark Tide.
I believe yes.
I see.
Do you think we should tell them where where you discovered Azermode, Samson?
Oh yes, and the Sith ship 5000. That's from the Hyperspace Wars. He's from the time of the war on Empress Titan.
I know the
Captain.
Gendai are long-lived, but
Stuck in a cryogenesis chamber, stasis chamber.
oh, I see. And he was a combatant in the old wars?
A co-captain, staff sergeant, one of the ranks.
So a man of authority.
Yes.
Indeed.
And he was not a prisoner? Not a Jedi of old?
He was not a Jedi. But he was a prisoner.
That leaves Skate few options for what else he may follow aboard one of the ancient Sith warships. You both have given me much to think about. Is he still on planet?
As far as we know, yes.
Although the longer that this quorum takes, the longer we are out of touch with our compatriots. And
The more
I don't
likely
know.
something bad happens.
I don't know about, our worries grow by the second.
Well, if he seeks to mobilize a Even if this quorum does not go perhaps how he would wish it to go, destabilizing the convocation is maybe a safe bet to get some of us more animated. Well, I wish there was more I could do for you both.
It has been an enlightening conversation regardless.
Thank you.
It has. I will do my best to work this quorum along to its finite end. She
Who do you
nods her
think-
long neck.
Oh,
Oh,
never
go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Who do you think would be more receptive, the Shapers or the Matukai?
A Kaminoan laugh is a strange thing, but she does let loose what you can only think of as a short trill, really. Receptive to what?
Talking.
Well, I think either will talk, especially here, but receptive to what you might say, or if it's what you've shared with me, for them to side with you, maybe a longer shot.
Okay.
So either, really, 50-50.
So now, which one do you think?
I think it might be best if we were to each talk to one. Your and your people's abilities to suppress the force, I believe the Shapers might view unkindly.
Okay.
I'll talk to the
This
Shapers.
guy read the lore, dude.
This guy's locked in.
Yes, I'll speak to the Shapers. I guess that leaves Narax for you.
That sounds good.
Well, who wants to go first?
Got it.
Well,
Let's make a quick loop around so they don't
don't
see
look
it.
suspicious. But Pevi Vlash is the representative for the Shapers of Krovar. She's an Ovisian, so she has sort of greenish yellow skin. She's got the horns up top and then two sort of chin horns that come down as well. Horns are bright yellow. She has that kind of looks very Gambeson-esque, like traditional what you would think leather armor kind of looks like. And you know that word is that she is a battle shaman.
Battle shamans. Okay.
But yes, she's sort of pacing by her mat. Doesn't seem, body language wise, doesn't seem necessarily very open.
Representative Vlash,
What?
I would like to have some words if you have the time.
She stops, eyes you up and down. Go ahead.
Well, being as that this is my first convocation chairman election, I'm simply curious about a couple of things. Namely, why you would choose a newcomer to be the new chairman when there are many that you'd possibly know a bit better and share more interests with.
What are you getting at?
I'm curious if someone asked or told you to vote for Samson. A large figure. A Gendai.
No one tells me anything.
Did he ask you?
But yes, the large Gendai figure did talk to me.
As far as reason for why, I feel like there are a few things you might want to know about this person. I'm not sure what he told you, but if he gave any indication that he was acting in the Convocation's interests, I can assure you those were false. As that figure, as we've just learned recently, is an ancient Sith, freshly unstasised. And
How ancient?
From all indication, hyperspace wars themselves. Co-captain of a Darafon-class starship. And he is angry.
Well, he has done well to use his anger as fuel then, to survive so long.
I just fear you may be acting in his best interests rather than your own. For he has no loyalty.
You may put that fear to rest. I would ask you, Representative, what do you believe the natural state of things is?
The natural state of things is dying.
Yes, bro.
She actually has a wicked grin go across her features, and it's like... It might be off-putting to others. It's maybe quite beautiful to you. No.
My word.
Perhaps it is you, my friend, who are mistaken. And that is an answer that many are not to give. And I respect that answer greatly. We of Crovar know that war is the natural state of things. And war and death go hand in hand. Dying go hand in hand. While these fools here think peace is the natural state. We have joined this convocation. This is true. We partake in the business.
Has your order been a member for long?
We are in the newer half. But we have only arrived in search of greater rivals. Greater ways to test our own mettle.
I assume you found this rival in the Matukai.
Oh,
Talk of
yes.
Clashings have reached all across the shrine.
Yes, they do just fine. There are others here I would prefer, but they have been less forthcoming.
Would you care to tell me? I can't imagine the It would have to be one of the other more militant focused orders. Surely not the Ninth Door. Surely not the Dagoyans.
No. The Brotherhood. Useless mystics. The Dagoyan, disgusting pacifists. No, I seek those more powerful. Ones I feel it radiate off of. The Jedi. The Sunstriders. They have the stink of war attached to them. It permeates their beliefs. It has shaped who they are. They cannot run from it, but they deny it.
Interesting. You know, after this meeting is over, it may be beneficial for us to discuss further. Unfortunately, me and some compatriots have rather pressing matters, and we would like to wrap this up as quickly as we can. Is there anything I could offer that would persuade you to vote in a manner which it would end this?
Yes.
Simply name it.
Deliver Thelny Zo to my dueling ring, and you can consider my vote won.
Wow.
That is, I believe, what they call a big ask. This duel, do your people always fight to the death, or?
Oh no.
Okay.
That is forbidden on convocation grounds.
I see. Still, to ask a Jedi to participate in a duel. Heh. Better ask a Rancor for its tooth. Eh? Just a really mechanical robot.
Yes, perhaps. But the spirits roll off of her like waves.
I will see what I can do. It was a pleasure talking to you, Vlash.
I won't say the same.
You don't have to.
Are you going to Thelny?
Oh, yep, going right to Thelny.
Well, let's jump to Samson real quick.
What a meanie bobini, dude.
What? Why do you say that? What's wrong with her?
She was mean to my robot friend, dude.
Love that shit.
She did everything short of calling him the C word.
But
meet some cool droids, dude.
Narax is sitting cross-legged, heels touching together in front of him, and he has his wand shin, his poleaxe, laid across his lap, both hands gripping the haft of it. His big compound eyes don't close, but his chin is bowed a little bit. Seems that perhaps he is meditating, perhaps.
I'm gonna stand there for what at least has to be, like, if he lets me, 5 minutes.
I would say about 4 minutes in, he would let loose a long breath. What is it? Son of Dracouille?
I want to know why you voted with Azumot.
Why do you deserve to have that answer?
He deemed me strong enough to.
This receives a cock of the head, just a little bit. Samson, give me. What do I want from you right here? I need another check from you, man. Give me a cool check with your force rating. And it'll be against 2 reds and a purple.
I'm finna get heat stroke, bro. Gonna grab me by my ear. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, baby.
Well,
Right.
Samson, I've got
fucking head between his hands.
I've got great news for you. Dude, you got enough pips right there to have a 1 success. And the Triumph and Despair, these are always fun.
Yeah, why not? I haven't said no yet. We want bad things to happen to Samson, dude. He's our bad things to happen character, bro.
Dude, why not? Am I right, fellas? That's a juicy 3 points right there. Hooray. So, whenever you say he deemed me strong enough, do you want to let that apparent power roil off of you? Or seep into your words?
Yeah.
And that is exactly what
That
happens.
seems- Yeah.
What emotion here do you think seeps into your words as you say them to him? What do you lean on to try and drive this point home?
Emotion.
Is it anger? Is it
No.
fear?
No. Like fear seems like too easy of it. Like I don't know. What's certainty? I don't know. What's authority or like focus?
Certainty, authority. Those both
Like,
count
it's a
as
mix of
well.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Disdain, perhaps.
I like that one.
Why would this weakling be asking me?
Yeah, like why is it not obvious that I would ask you?
Okay. Now, what would you like your triumph to be?
To know what the despair is before I say what my
No,
triumph is.
not how that works.
Try.
What's the... So the Shapers want the duel, but I don't know about that. And the Fallen Aussie had already changed their vote, right?
That's what Lunati had said, yeah.
So the last two are Ninthor and what?
Ninthor and Narax.
Oh, okay, so it's 3. Okay, yeah, well, try. Shit.
Well, and the votary still have their vote for no, but
Okay.
Don't worry, I
we'll
got
deal
him.
with that. Yeah. That's his pocketbook. I need something to go right with the ninth door when we talk to get them to be able to, like, I don't know, maybe I have can I walk through the third door right now or some shit? No.
but we want to bank it for Zor.
Because that if that works,
Yeah,
like I don't know
sure.
what's like.
Sure.
He's sitting
No,
on
I'm
the
happy with
fucking
that.
bench and he gets an orange, pop up on him. I don't know.
No, we can make that work for sure. And as always, it doesn't have to be immediately relevant to this check either.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So with that, and you have your success. Narax seems not cowed, but maybe appeased that you would answer in such a way. I see now that perhaps the words he spoke to you were true. I sense much more certainty in you now. More so than even some of my disciples or disciples of the Den. And that kind of comes across with your advantage there, Samson, as well. That kind of comes across as a offhanded slide towards one of your friends.
He hates Jeff, bro. What the fuck?
Jealous.
All right, man. All right, man. All right. So, I think it's just time for us to get out of here.
It would mean
There's
a
enough
great...
folks swinging that way. I think, we can deal with this outside of this.
You have a lot of faith in the current bureaucracy.
I think regardless, the people that want to fight will fight anyway, and the people that don't will not. Sanctioning it. It just has to fly under another flag.
Perhaps you are right.
Samson watched Legion on the holonet.
Great movie. So you wish for me to fall in line, cast my vote early.
Then Azermode is already gone. He got what he wanted. He knew there would not be enough votes for me. It was to get something else. Well, everyone was here in a way.
Is he your master?
He was.
Can you defeat him?
No.
Well,
Not by myself.
a weakness and a stark one.
It doesn't always have to be individual combat. That becomes a strength of some people.
Perhaps. But I think you will find it often comes down to that more than less. Will you be able to resist him?
Of course. I learned my lessons.
Hubris. Dangerous.
I have no choice.
Lessons are never truly fully learnt, young Samson. You must revisit them from time to time.
Then maybe I will meet him again on Teta like he wants. See him in the Iron Palace.
You would stop him from crushing the sovereignty?
Not the sovereignty, no. But I don't know what other war he would bring. Who he would kill.
Alliances are shifty things.
How far has his hate spread over 5,000 years?
Fine question. No.
Yeah.
Thelmy's loving it, man. She's having a great time. She's chatting with everybody by her. Oh, Kazuki, relax. This is just normal. It's gonna be fine. You know, the votes will come around. You know, what are they gonna swing everything back to Noel? Oh, God. Oh, no. I was just talking about you.
All good things, I hope.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think you're tremendous.
The feeling is mutual.
I
Thank you.
did say that I don't think people will vote for you, but that's, neither here nor there.
Well, that's simply just consensus, really.
Sure.
I do have a favor to ask of you.
Favors, huh?
In the interest of wrapping up this Fulgurt meeting and getting back to our task at hand, I have convinced Representative Vlash to vote alongside us. The only caveat was that you would appear in their dueling arena and fight Representative Vlash.
No. Kazuki, you're right there, Bar. That's preposterous. Master Zoe is almost 70 years old. Kazuki. So, Pebby said that if I went to the dueling ring with her after we got out, we could wrap this up.
That is what she said, yes.
Now, why me?
Vlash said that the spirits flow off of you. I mean, she must be able to sense your power.
That's very kind of her. I'm glad she said that. I'm out of practice. You know, the only sparring I've done in a decade was with Shib.
Well, there was no mention of a timeline. I mean, perhaps.
Well, let's not be obtuse. I'm sure the Shapers mean as soon as we walk out of these doors.
Yes, you may be right. But they assured me that it was not a matter of life and death, simply a skirmish.
Oh, well, I would hope it wasn't life or death, but I certainly wouldn't sign off on killing anybody.
Of course not. but it was the only thing that would convince them to vote alongside us. And we have, I believe I see Samson over there talking to Narax. We have to finish this as quickly as possible. Azermode is somewhere out there and doing force knows what.
I suppose you are right. And to be honest, I hadn't thought about that. Oh, I do hate showmanship, but fine. I will do it. It's really no big deal. I'll take a fall. I don't really have anything riding on it. I mean,
Just in case I end up having something right, can you take a fall on, say, third round?
No, got
Just in case.
DraftKings mod update. It's the
Just in case.
the Fallout adware.
Starts throwing credits around, you know.
you know, gambling is frowned upon up here.
Oh.
So I wouldn't.
Make sure it's right while I do it.
All right.
But yes, well. Oh, go to. Oh, never mind. I'll just. Peppy! I accept. Yeah. Yes, I assumed it would be right after. Yes, that will be fine. Okay.
I hope I'm back in time.
All right. Well, I suppose for the greater good, right? It all comes out in the wash. Sometimes we have to do things we don't like, right?
Exactly.
Well,
I healed Dr. Starbloom. Same situation right there.
Yep.
But no, I do
I
appreciate
would love to get a readout of your code didax.
You know, maybe in the future. There are a few sections that are sort of locked off, but that's a whole other thing.
Sure. All right. Well,
But sure.
Kazuki, let's get this thing back underway, huh? Oh, all right. Let's see how this one goes then. Chris, we'll go ahead and jump over, man,
Yay!
to you guys exiting, you and Jeff exiting back up the entranceway in which you came of the forge yourself, empty-handed. Maybe physically, but perhaps spiritually full.
That's the most
Having
important
found,
part.
that's right, having found a bit of drive, having found something of more value to you than an object. And Jeff, seemingly weighted down, maybe physically and spiritually. As you guys emerge from the bellows and the forge below, it seems that the ground in which you guys arrived on has cooled tremendously. It seems that even now, just a rolling smoke seems to come up from some of the cracks in the dried rock and mud. And it doesn't roil underneath you, threatening to shift at any turn. As you guys exit and you begin to look in the horizon, pull your map up to see your return path. I assume that you would like to get on your way.
Absolutely.
How would you like to do that?
What do you mean?
Pace-wise, you know.
Oh. I think we're definitely not sprinting it out like we did getting here, but like a nice brisk walk.
Okay. Perfect. Well, we already rolled
Occasional
a bunch.
jog, maybe.
Yeah, a quick march.
Yeah.
We rolled enough on the way in here on our athletics and survivals, and you have a map. I think the return trip is not ever as difficult as the entry. So you and Jeff begin your return. And as you go and you look up, you see that the second sun is beginning to set and crawl behind the horizon, leaving just the dwarf star of the system visible to you. And what passes for night on Etone falls. Just the brief white light truly illuminating the skybox into this dark green color that even casts down your shadows and shades of green as you guys continue on your way home. Is there anything going through your mind on the way home, Ship?
Yeah. I think Shiv is probably working through what she's going to say to Master Thelny. Explain herself, I guess. And she's worried about Jeff. Because from what he had talked about, what we had seen from the Chained Rathtar, this is not something to be taken lightly. And he seemed like he really didn't want to do it. So, yeah.
And not only that, Shib, as you sit in the grove of the Force for your own connection, the luminosity, the brightness that you have attributed, or even the plant perhaps that you have attributed to Jeff, seems to have shrunk. He does not take up as much space in your forceful perception as he did before you entered the cavern, before you entered the forge.
Did we... Quick lore question.
Yeah.
Did we say what the chains are actually made out of?
No.
You said... Oh, okay. Okay. I want to do something crazy here.
Go ahead, man. I love that.
I say crazy. I would like to use sense, specifically on Jeff.
Okay. What are you looking for? Are you rulesing it, or are you free forming it? I should ask.
Free form, certainly.
Okay. What are we looking into, or what are we beseeching to find?
So, I definitely don't want to get his emotional state because one, it's an invasion of privacy. Two, I have eyes.
Yeah, that one's easy. Don't need the Force to tell you that blind man could see it.
Yeah.
Blind, deaf, comatose, lobotomy patient could feel my rage.
Real shit. What was his name? Darth Barris?
Darth Barris, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Act 1 warrior storyline. Good one.
I think I'm looking for like a mechanical explanation to what the chains are doing. Like are they sapping his presence in the Force? Are they like masking it, like even from himself? Like what exactly are the chains here to do for him.
Sure.
Or to him.
Yeah. Give me just roll your force power for me. Let's see what you get.
And question,
Yeah.
can I throw in an education with that as well? Maybe for like, if I'm able to glean something through the force, use education to kind of try and determine what this metal is.
Sure. Yeah, toss in your education check. And let's make it a hard check. Give me 3 purples. And I'll say, let me take a setback as well, because you are pretty much in the dark here from the starting course.
2 success, 4 dark side. Ooh. I think I want to spend 2 of those.
I was going to tell you that's how many you needed. How'd you know?
I'm locked in, dude.
Is it worry for Jeff that you dig on here? That you latch on to sense?
I think partially, yeah. It's like, so the pursuit of knowledge is certainly a big part of it, but I think for Shib, it's like, clearly she can see that her friend is in distress, and she's looking for a practical solution to this. And any kind of information maybe that she can give Jeff, or some kind of like workaround. You know, I guess she's not really thinking about the bigger picture of him like growing as a person. She just wants to help him fix his problem.
I see.
Which may be short-sighted, but
sure.
Hey,
and with 2 successes and the expenditure for your sense, do you want the technical first, or do you want the force ritual first?
Give me the fluff, dude.
The fluff, okay. So with your sense to get a better understanding of this, of these chains, these bracers and these sabatons, effectively, physically, whenever you look at them, they are not linked. There's no chain that runs between them, either from foot to foot or from wrist to wrist, or anyways. But as you peer deeper beyond the veil of reality, as you open yourself up, there are chains that run from them all over his body. And they all terminate in his heart. So these chains curl from his wrists and his ankles in tight loops and coils that constrict. And it seems like even like that would force your physical flesh out in between the gaps that are tied so tightly. They force or condense and squeeze his spiritual makeup. And then all 4 of them have barbs on the end that are all connected into his spiritual heart, into where the essence of his being lay. And they shake and rattle and react to every impulse of the force that might flow through him. And they seem to absorb it and siphon off parts of it. And the chains themselves grow and constrict tighter as that happens. And then in the reality of it, in your lore history, there exist metals, even in the current day, ores in the current day, that can resist even a lightsaber. Experiments into resisting the Force is an entirely different thing. You know that there are creatures that can deaden the force abilities of things around them. But for an inert object, for an ore to resist what is a living thing, is only whispered about. It's only hushed undertones in old tomes. And most of them come from alchemical arts, long forbidden to the Jedi and practiced only by those of more malcontent, witches, warlocks, dark arts. As a specific material makeup of that you are unsure. But it is apparently possible.
Looks like I gotta talk to those Ninth Door goons again.
And Shib, with 2 successes, I would say the final thought that sort of floats through your mind as you're returning is perhaps that this is a living metal. Perhaps it's not an ore at all.
Much to think about.
Much to think about indeed. And you guys continue your about 2-day-ish return trip. As you guys are walking back, and the sun rises, the first sun rises, and morning breaks for what it may as well be considered on its own. It gets brighter. You can see far off as the sun, the scant darkness of upper atmosphere. You can see the twinkle that you know is Blue Decker Prism Station. And what is a twinkle eventually turns into the long, far-away roar of sublight engines of a UH-60 load hauler coming down from the station, which you know would be to either deliver pilgrims, pick up pilgrims, or lead other trade vessels out of the well of Atone.
I'd like to...
No, go ahead.
Well, thinking about it, I'd like to try Captain Burkegg one more time.
All right. Go ahead and give me a D100.
I love these. I remember the big black D100, dude.
13.
We're looking for sub 10 and above 90.
Ooh,
we're close.
Unlucky.
You get a hail through, Ship. The briefest connection, but static. You even hear Burkegg's voice come through on the other line, just for, you can pull it out of the static just briefly. But as you try to dial it in, get the conversation clear, the static takes over.
Bam. All right.
The load hauler disappears over the horizon of trees, not quite so far away as to not be able to see it, but you lose it in the canopy of the Atone forest, the Atone jungle, as you return. And you are still about a day out.
All right. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but keep on going.
And keep on trucking, you do. We'll jump back to the Fulgurate. As the next round of voting is concluded. I'm gonna swap her over to old song, man. You know I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
So, back in the Fulgrit as Kazuki is tallying the votes. The current vote total is 1 for Noel.
Dang it.
1 for Samson. And 12 for Kazuki. Zorv is the last dissenter.
God damn it. Okay, no. You got your friends, right?
Do you mean the votary?
Yes, can they vote for Kazuki so we can go?
Oh, yes. I believe they've changed it. Zorv is the only outlier now.
My bad. 11. Right, hold on. Am I tripping? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. No, that's right. 12, 1, and 1.
No, they voted for you again.
I thought I... All right, let me go speak to them.
Esteemed Representative Noel. Hello.
Greetings. Hello.
You will notice that the will of the Great Keix has been observed again, and you have been honored with our vote.
That is wonderful news. Little problem though. This Fulgrit must be unanimous, and while I do appreciate...
Yes. It seems that Zorv is quite persistent in his vote against the unanimosity.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
But while I do relish the honor that you give me, I would ask you to change your vote to Representative.
Well,
Your support is noted, though.
that is a large ask.
What would the billion-year-old worm have against Kazuki?
A
Billion-year-old
great question.
planetary spanning world.
5 days is nothing to the billion-year worm, his greatness Keix. Perhaps you would allow us to wait a few days longer and allow the honor to seep into your circuits before we would change our vote and take away this honor from you so that some seepage would remain.
That sounds lovely. However, my compatriots and I are rather short on time, and while a day may be nothing to the great Keix, to us it is
And
quite
great he
valuable.
is.
Indeed. So do you have to wait until you hear Keix give the order, and then you can... I'm unsure of how...
Normally, yes, but this setup has interrupted our connection quite a bit. We are operating off of our best beliefs.
I see.
Which, as the vocalization modules of the Great Keix, we are allowed to do so.
Of course, yes.
Yes, you would imagine that His Greatness has great difficulty speaking Basic. But I'm sure he could if he wanted to.
Yes, he just chooses not to.
Yes, yes. A baser tongue. It is not the language of the stars or the path of all moons.
Well, So is there some way I could I'm fully just... is there a way I could maybe expedite the seeping of honor?
Oh. Expedition. Alacrity. These are not things of the great Kiex.
Has the Great Kiex ever had to change course, or has it been?
Oh, yes, of course, many times, yes.
Avoiding asteroid.
He was born 1 billion light years away and still has 1 billion more to go.
Well, I do simply wonder if...
he is traveling through space in relativistic terms. It's as if you decided to walk from the outer rim to the deepest of the core of your own 2 feet. I think it would take you some time, yes?
It would, yes. But I
How long is a day, really?
It depends on the planet, does it not?
And that it does. How long is a standard day, really? That was such a wise answer. You caught us off guards.
Guards.
But yes, normally we would say perhaps you could visit the Great Kiex. But if you would detract this honor from you, perhaps it would be wise to wait a while.
Well, detracting is a strong word.
Well, if we have bestowed it on you, to take it away, would that not detract?
It would simply be held in stasis.
Ooh.
The honor is still there.
You get 3 different tones of oohs and ahs from the Cyclorians. Hold the honor in stasis. Yes. What a grand idea. Well, perhaps this, we will reduce the honor we have bestowed upon you if you would allow us to take something to deposit into the Great Kiex's storage, so he may show the other Exogorths a fine gift at their next meeting of the Path of All Moons in 13 million years.
Well, what is a good gift for a being as...
How am I supposed to know? How are we supposed to know?
Have you collected any other gifts before?
Yes, us. We are gifts.
I mean...
Our ancestors captured them all in their starship.
Don't really want to give my whole carapace.
No, there are other things.
Would a finger do?
I suppose. We are not suggesting that you sacrifice a part of your bodily autonomy, but perhaps an artifact that would perhaps be important.
I believe I have something. But it is unfortunately in the chapter house, and so I could not retrieve it as such. But I shall give you my word to procure this shortly after the field is released. It is something of admittedly sentimental value to myself, and I think would honor the great Kiex quite adequately.
Well, we will take you at your word, as you have proven yourself very honorable, and we would have no reason to distrust you in this state. May we ask what it is?
It's an omnibox. The musical instrument?
The great Kiex is a fan of all musics. I think this would be a great gift indeed, and one that perhaps would admit your travel to the great Kiex and a melding of minds, and perhaps a prolonged stay if you would so wish it.
I'll see how, day of. We'll kind of just play it by ear. But I would like to visit.
Yes. He is easy to find, his greatness.
So is there an atmosphere in there, or do you all wear...
Yes. Different compartmentalizations of the digestive tract of the great Kiex hold different atmospheres.
Wow. So is there like a Keldorian section?
I do not believe we have any of the Keldorians, no. But we are able to go without our masks, the Cyclorians, in one of his chambers, his esteemed chambers. And then another chamber is completely arboreal, of plants that go off of more gaseous matters than base oxygen and carbon dioxide.
That is fascinating.
Indeed. He contains great multitudes.
Well, as a student of science, I would very much like to examine, if he would be willing, of course.
We will put in a good word for you.
Greatly appreciated. I'm sorry, what were your names again?
Yes. We are Mazo, Vestir, and Ultaz.
Mazo Vestir?
Yes.
Ultaz. Got it.
Now, we will have to put in a word with the adherent of Kiex. We are simply protectors of the moon's path. But our word and our valuation of honor, as it is our duty to convince others to come stay and live within the great Kiox's internal intestitudes. Our word is weighed quite heavily with the adherent.
I see. And I do thank you for this. I did also want to apologize about our friend being a bit rude on our last meeting. It's just, there's a bunch of things happening. It's kind of the same reason we need to wrap this up too.
Yes, we understand in a sort of fake way. But we do understand.
Marvelous.
Yes. To be in a rush is just absurd. So we get it, but we don't know why you would want to do it.
I see. I mean, if the great Kiex doesn't rush, why would you?
Yes. Besides, all we have learned, our observance of the moon's path, all we know it through is the visage of great Kiex. You can imagine how disconcerting that might be for us when others talk about now.
Like as a concept now?
Sure.
Well, I think the voting is getting back. They're gathering some steam.
Yes, but we will take this Omnibox and gift it. When we return, we will tell you how it was received.
Very good. Do
And
be
if you and
careful.
any of your order would like to return to the Great Keix, you can, of course, you may come.
Well, I thank you for the honor.
And I think you would be a great addition because with the abilities of the community, you may live to see the next meeting of the Great Exogorths. How exciting. My descendants may not even see it.
Well, don't say that too early. Death does come for us all.
He might just short circuit.
You are right. Scales are funny things. One of us may die tomorrow. The Great Keix still has 1 billion years to go.
It's kind of
And then he
hold
will mate, and then his offspring will travel back to the edges of the galaxy. And whenever he is grown, he will continue the path of all moons and return to the center, and the cycle will continue yet again.
So you mentioned that there are other exocorths, really.
Oh
quick.
yes, oh yes,
Do any of them die ever?
oh yes, after they mate.
How? Is it just like a biological
I've
process?
never seen it.
They just
And the Great
disappear.
Keix simply knows. They know that they will perish. They know not what will happen. But will he perish in any meaningful way? This we know not. If you live 2 billion years and every sentient being has seen you, and stars have died and lived and been born, and while you have traversed the path of all moons, then what?
Wise minds. I am unsure.
Us either. Votes. Now,
Yes.
the votes go around again, and of course it's 13-1. Yes, Samson.
Are you gonna say Czar
Mm-hmm.
didn't? Okay.
Zor.
Okay. I'm not gonna keep going.
And as the votes go around, there are actually this time a few groans. Like, oh. And Zor's just sitting there like this. I'm not voting for him. I don't care. I will sit here. My dissent will be known.
I feel like it has been noted already, Representative Zor.
Not enough.
Jesus Christ.
So, with my triumph, can I see if he's like doubling and like spending his conscious time in another like door? And just using like a defiant like mirror where he's like just like send out like the guy that says no all the time. Is this the Shaco clone or what?
With your triumph, even if he wanted to doorway out of here, couldn't get past the gate. So even if he was doorwayed somewhere, he'd still be in the room.
So he's here for real. And
He's here
just
for real.
fucking standing on business.
Eventually, Varric sighs through his mask rather loudly.
The fuck is such?
Representative Zorf, please. What? Would you like me to bow, prostrate, and beg for your forgiveness on behalf of the Ratayor? Because I will do it. I will. Here, in the middle of our meeting. No. That means nothing to me. You owe us the Tablet of Multitude. And we will have it.
Tablet Multitude.
Representative Zorf. The Tablet of Multitude is gone. It no longer exists. We are not holding it hostage on Femar. It is not in the libraries of our academy. It was on the Oblivion Station, as I have told you before, and it dematerialized the whole thing.
You think they're asking about the Oblivion Seed too? Like, on accident?
What a great question, Samson.
They still
You might
feel
need to
it.
table that for one of your other characters 3 years ago.
Quick question.
Yes.
Completely above table. 4 years ago. 3 years ago. Was Zorv the guy that was with Pasada?
He was not.
Okay.
It was Zorv's
What's
master.
Okay.
Yes, it was Zorv's master. And I have that in my notes.
What do you actually?
Alice. He was
Oh,
the one.
shit.
Yeah, he was the one that met you. He was the one that met you guys outside of the Kinrath cave on Dantooine, right before you guys went up.
Shit.
Yeah. You don't know. I don't think you guys asked that, but
Nice.
that was
Cool.
his master. He might. I think he offhandedly mentioned, or him or Varric had mentioned that it was an inherited sort of beef.
Hell yeah.
My granddaddy hit Jill granddaddy.
Real,
Real shit.
real shit. You speak of all of this. It does not exist. Why have you not allowed us passage onto this Femar then? Do you fear that I will find the tablet that you have hidden? No, Zorv. The Rato does not fear that you will find the tablet that no longer exists. You can't find it. It's not there. If that were true, which it isn't, but if that were true and it had been evaporated in space, it would simply have been made again. It's the Tablet of Multitude. That's what it does. It creates. It's self-included.
Would it reappear in the place that it disappeared?
It doesn't have a hyperdrive.
Neither does your order.
Fair enough. But it's just an object. We're conduits of the Force. That's different. So, unless the Ratayor allows a representative from the Brotherhood of the Ninth Door, doesn't have to be me, to accompany you, Varric, back to Femar. We will wait. Varric really looks over to you two. I have not gone blind or deaf to your politicking in the last some of hours.
16 and 42 minutes.
I will leave this up to you. I have no fault at all allowing Zorv to accompany me back to Feeble.
So then it's like we do a favor by ending like the beef, right? No, you did a good thing.
Did I? Oh, goodness.
Oh, the beef will not be ending, as you have said. Because whenever I discover the tablet of multitude hidden by the Ratayor or his cronies, this will be... Ooh. Ooh!
All after you vote for Kazuki, right?
Sure.
Right now.
But should
Well,
you
obviously. That was the deal.
Should you,
real quick, for the sake of it. This one. Before you get mad again.
Do what?
I said, before you get mad again.
Oh. So I'll leave it up to you two. Varric is looking at you guys.
I mean,
What you think? No.
I think that's a fair trade.
I think it's good.
Zorv, should you go search and it not be there, what then?
I would have simply not looked hard enough to see through the deceptions of the Sunstriders.
Of course.
But I'll entertain this foolish idea. The Sunstriders have not been lying. The Brotherhood of Ninth Door? We could allow this to rest. We could not, my master could not return the Tablet of Multitude himself and was disgraced to rely on another anyways. And this shame he will live with even in death. But that will not transfer to me. If the Sunstriders speak true. But if they do not, I will avenge my master's name and shame and restore his honor. I will use the Tablet of Multitude to create a grand army and burn Femar to the ground.
Well, that sounds like as clean of a resolution as I think we can hope.
Varric's like, sure, yes, you can come wage a constructed conscript war on Femar if you find the tablet. Sure. Then it's a deal. I will go ahead and cast my vote. The gold isodecahedron collapses behind the circle into a heap on the ground.
Oh my god.
And the walls around the Fulgurate collapse with them.
Oh my god.
And an explosion rocks the cliff face of the Shrine of the Ancients. And a UH-60 load hauler careens into view, trailing smoke into the valley below. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Why do you
episode of Sunstriders.
Why did you build all this cool shit just to blow it up with cool shit? Chat.
Damn it, Zorv.
Chat.
Thanks for joining us.
What the
Make
fuck?
sure you tune in as we
hell.
come to a close
Come back
of
and
Act
help.
1 of Sunstriders Phase 3, baby.
What the fuck?
We love you. Good night.